Welcome back to another episode of the Wrestling Aroundup, where we go through the biggest news in the world of wrestling, as it is a wrestling news show. We have a world-class wrestling journalist in form of Aaron Franklin. Aaron, how are we doing?
Very well. Very well. How are you, Ross?
I'm all right, thank you. Good, no banter, just down the middle. Love to see it. I have got a story that I will do on a news show of just me getting irrationally mad. So that's a little, that's a little flavour for you. And we also have the ever-present, well-renowned, wonderful Scoop L.
Scoop out.
Any scoops? Scoop L.
CM Punk was Impact thing.
You just ruined one of our news points.
I was already on this news. I'm not read it today.
Any other scoops?
Nah. Probably not.
Sick. Rubbish.
Right,
we're going to start with the WWE Draft so far. We've had one night on SmackDown. We'll continue. Lewis is going out tomorrow.
Hopefully.
We will continue tonight.
Depends how much editing
on Raw.
It needs to it, but yeah, hopefully, yes.
I will quickly go through the rosters. I believe it. Everyone's going to be brand exclusive, except some people who are free agents, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Raw, so far we have Cody Rhodes, Becky Lynch, Imperium, Matt Riddle, Drew McIntyre, The Miz, Shinsuke Nakamura, Indy Hartwell, Apollo Crews, Candice LeRae, Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville, Dexter Loomis, JD McDonough, Natalia, Viking Raiders, Zoe Stark, and the Maximum Male Models. SmackDown have the Bloodline, which, according to Bleacher Report, is only Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Bianca Belair, Street Profits, Edge, Bobby Lashley, the OC, who made a return, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, Callanson, and Mia Yim. Damage Control, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, Hit Row, and Lacey Evans. So have they not been, the Usos not been drafted yet then?
Nope.
No, it's a second pool, Ross. Otherwise, you get all the top picks at once. So.
Shawn
Split the roster into two.
Shawn Michaels was pissed.
Because he's lost all his talent.
Because he's lost his titles, potentially. Indy Hartwell's women's champion, and then Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are tag team champions.
Yeah. Interesting. So, none of the male champions are going to probably
be in the next slot, won't it?
Yeah, not yet.
So there's some people who are free agents. That is Omos and MVP, Dolph Ziggler, Mustafa Ali, and Von Wagner.
Why have they ruined the draft already?
What about having free agents?
This stupid free agent thing, right? I think every one of them almost was like, because they were undrafted. No, like, MVP's negotiated a special deal for Omos to be on both shows. So you can do that, but Paul Heyman can't. Roman Reigns. What's going on?
Yeah.
Why are they going to make stuff weird?
Apparently USA wanted the bloodline more than anything.
That makes sense.
They weren't bothered about anything, but they wanted the bloodline on Raw.
Yeah. And they ain't got him.
Well, I'm assuming Fox pay more money.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
They wouldn't, yeah, but then NBC Universal and Peacock Daily, so I think they give more money overall. But
yeah, but that's not going to affect the...
More people watch Fox, don't they, I think?
Yeah, it's not going to affect the premium live events, is it?
Yeah, I think more people watch SmackDown, obviously, because it's on Fox. And then you've got to have your biggest star on the biggest show.
Bianca Belair's an interesting one. She's the SmackDown Women's Champion. She's now on Raw. Are they going to do a stupid title swap?
Well, that's what they hinted at. She did a promo where she was like, I can't wait to walk in as a SmackDown Women's Champion. But, you're not. So, yeah. I don't know. They better not do it. They better not just end her reign. She's had a year-long reign. They better not just end it by swapping titles.
Can we just rebrand the titles?
Yeah.
Seriously. At this point, can we just rebrand the titles and not have Raw SmackDown champions? You know what I mean? Just have a women's championship. Just
Universal women's,
yeah. Just copy what they do on the men's one. So obviously this means the World Heavyweight Championship is exclusive to Raw now. That's the Raw title.
Yeah, and then the undisputed Universal.
Yeah,
which they're probably just going to start calling Universal title, aren't they?
I've just spotted your next
story. It's all part of the same.
Ruin everything today. Scoops.
So the draft doesn't come into effect till after Backlash. which is 2 weeks.
That's a week today.
A week today.
Is it a week today?
As of Sunday, yeah. It's,
yeah.
So we'll have the next round of the draft, and then it comes into effect. Normally, what happens is titles change and stuff on the Backlash, don't they? To balance back out.
Yeah. Hopefully that's what happens here.
Because Imperium are on Raw, aren't they? So they've took the Intercontinental title over to Raw. So you would assume the US title's going to SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean, Austin Theory's not been drafted yet, has he? I'm assuming he's in the second poll.
Yeah.
Same with, I really hope that Io Sky beats Bianca Belair now, even though I shouldn't really feel ready for it.
Might do that. Might be a way of doing it.
And then keep Rhea Ripley on SmackDown.
Yeah.
That's what I do. We don't want to have a title swap. Not the last one.
No, they just have to do something else, don't they?
Ludicrous, yeah.
We just had rubbish.
Yeah.
Because they're two different titles. You can win them both.
Yeah.
What do we want to see from the draft then? Do we want to see proper exclusivity? Because the draft's been around for ages, but it doesn't matter because everyone turns up at every show. The last time I think we had a proper exclusive draft was the original draft.
Yeah, they're not very good at sticking to it, are they? I don't know why they keep insisting on doing it at this point.
Well, I get it. To get used more of your roster.
Yeah, I like the idea of it. Like, I wish to do it properly, but WWE seem to do it and I regret doing it and then just switch people around anyway and stuff like that. And who's picking these people? Because there's no GMs now.
Yeah, that's true.
Just had random wrestlers have passed, didn't they?
Just announcing them.
RVD appeared and he did one and the draft card was upside down.
Yeah.
Being rinsed on the internet.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Michael Pierce says, obviously. But because he announced Matt Riddle in it. But yeah, I don't get who's picking it.
Yeah, because Adam Pearce is both, isn't he?
Adam Pearson. We'll see, Sherman.
Yeah. He's both, isn't he? So he's just
exactly, that doesn't make sense. I mean, they used to have the draft rooms where it was like the executives, quote unquote, and they had the Fox robot and stuff like that. So it's the networks picking them.
Would make sense.
Yeah, but it's not really implied that this time.
No, I just wish to go back to premium live events, brand exclusive.
Well, that is rumored.
Yeah, and it's rumored. And now they're only doing like 5 or 6 matches on each card. You could do that actually.
You do get one every month, and pretty much what you get now. But the terms of the story, you've got 8 weeks between each pay per view, so you're not getting the same matches. In 12 weeks.
Yeah, as long as they don't add too many more. Because I remember last time we did it, we ended up having is it 18 pay-per-views in a year or something? Because they were doing 2 a month, weren't they?
What do you think you'll go to the NXT model then of 5 matches?
Well, it seems Triple H likes to have a short card, I know, doesn't
he? Yeah, short card, better match quality.
Yeah. That seems to be what he's doing. So you see a lot of people. The only thing I guess though is if you do that, you don't get as many big matches on TV.
Yeah,
which we have been getting recently.
Yeah, it's not an issue, is it? I don't think.
Not if you don't watch the telly shows, I guess.
I'm assuming they'll still make more money out of the premium live events.
I don't really know now because it's already sold, isn't it?
Yeah.
You watch on Peacock on the network, you already got your subscription, so especially on Peacock, because if people subscribe or unsubscribe to Peacock, it doesn't matter. So WWE, they've just got $1 billion. That's it.
Yeah, they're just on there, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know. Right, but you've mentioned it then. So is a new title, a new WWE heavyweight title. First of all, what do we think of the heavyweight title? It's essentially the big gold belt with WWE slapped in the middle of it.
I really like it. I know it's been getting a lot of hate, but it combines the greatest heavyweight title of all time. That's no one can argue that fact. It's the best looking belt of all time. But it's also got the branding on there. I think it's a good looking belt.
Something new as well. I don't like going back to the past. We've had that belt.
Yeah, it's the best of all else. Yeah, the original World Heavyweight title that's retired that many times now that it wasn't really worth it. I think technically that title is still in the title that Roman's got in it.
It's the old world.
Yeah, which merged with WWE, which then merged with the Universal. So that's a weird lineage now. But, it's got them all on it. But yeah, so I quite liked it actually.
I am a fan of it, and I'm glad. The main thing I like is they've gone away from the standardized title.
Yeah, I hope they do something similar with some of the other belts.
Different belts because you have the Intercontinental title that's different in it. The US title's different. Tag
Yeah,
team
I think what they
titles
need to do now is, I think they'll do it when he reaches 1,000 days. Make a new belt now for Roman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rather than have the two titles on that one.
Do you think they'll do one at Night of Champions or?
That is his 1,000th day, Ross. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like they've planned this, isn't it?
Well, that's what people are thinking. But now, obviously, because they're crowning the new world heavyweight, maybe they're doing a tournament for that on the night because it's not really announced how this. Just said
I assumed it'd just be every title on the line.
Yeah, like the old times. But
yeah,
I think because originally it was going to be King of the Ring, so I think it'd be quite good to just have a tournament that night. But then you could have a Roman defense there because it's his 1,000th day.
Well,
it'd be weird if you weren't there.
The rumor is that it's going to be Seth Rollins versus a heel Drew McIntyre for the title.
Would not be mad at that.
That'd be good. I don't want to be Cody Rhodes because I just feel sad at this point.
I just don't want to see Cody Rhodes in that title picture.
Yeah.
I would rather him at this point have a feud with Gunther.
Yeah, I think Cody Rhodes got to go through it, and he's rumored to having his rematch at WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
And that would finish the story.
Yeah. And we all agree that's a good idea. Terry Peters in here, because Terry Peters was quoting some bullshit this week when he was talking about it was a bad move to put him a different brand to Roman. They weren't going to do the rematch at Backlash, were they, Terry?
Roman's not going to lose his title at a B pay-per-view. Absolutely not.
No. But they've already got all the merch sorted as well for 1,000 days. That's already pretty much ready to be shipped out.
Yeah, the next feasible time he could lose it is SummerSlam, really.
Yeah, WWE traditionally never cared about SummerSlam.
But then it doesn't have to be Cody to beat Reigns. That's what everyone keeps saying. Oh, Cody needs to beat Reigns. He doesn't need to beat Reigns. He just needs to win the title.
He just needs to win that championship, doesn't he? But no, I think that the first world heavyweight champion, it can't be someone new. Because you got to build a bit of prestige into it. I was until he got drafted to SmackDown. Was going to suggest Edge.
Yeah.
One last title run for Edge, which is pretty cool. But also, it's a name with a bit of championship prestige behind him because you got to set it up. You can't give it to like Gunther or someone. You can't give it to like Matt Riddle or someone first time round because you've got to build it to be a world championship.
It's a mid-card title, isn't it?
So it's got to be Seth or Drew, I think.
Yeah, Seth or Drew are the two big ones. I mean, I'm not mad at the draft picks so far because I think there's some potential good feuds mixed in here.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley versus Reigns for one.
Yeah, that's
an easy feud to do, isn't it? Yeah.
Who else you got? You got Cody Gunther. You got it. Apparently, the next rumored feud for Reigns is AJ Styles.
Yeah, Bloodline against the OC.
Yeah, so
again, won't be mad at that because it's been like 7 years since we last saw that, which is weird. It's still very old.
Ages ago, wasn't it?
But yeah.
So there's plenty of feuds to kind of work from. You've obviously got all the NXT women coming up at the moment. She's going to freshen up the women's division, I think.
Yeah, those calls for a secondary women's title, weren't they?
Yes.
Sort of IC title, US title level, which I think would be good. Get them on the card. I'll just do something with them. I'll just do a feud where it's not some of the best mates. I mean, get Natalia out. Best mates for everyone. I wouldn't trust her.
I'm surprised they haven't put someone like Natalia down into NXT, you know.
She's already been and done that. She was originally next. She went back down originally to NXT.
Yeah, I'm surprised with the amount of call-ups that they're doing that they haven't pushed a few back down into NXT.
Yeah. She was there recently, wasn't she, I think, Natalia? Like last year, for a bit.
Apollo Crews went back down, didn't he? Finn Balor went back down.
Yeah, this is technically like Apollo Crews is like fair timing called up, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
So
he's too good. I mean, what do you do with him? There's too many good people, isn't there? Can't push everyone, but...
Yeah, he's one of those people that has good matches, but everyone has good matches these days, certainly in the words of Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, he's a perfect fit for the if they do a new hair business, I think.
I thought you were going to say AW Dark.
No, nobody watching it. What I was going to say is, I think the new World Heavyweight Champion just needs to have a dominant run. Yeah, I don't think you can hot potato this title at the start.
Yeah,
give it to Drew McIntyre as a heel and let him just go through everyone.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun.
Then all your champions are then going to be heels because you've got Gunther and Reigns, haven't you?
I think is Gunther got a title match at Backlash?
Not as it stands. I think so.
I don't think they'll take the title off him.
No, we were talking about this last week when they want to break the records, don't they? So
I think he'll break honky tonks now. But could you use the heel thing? Well, I guess it demanded because it'd be in the UK. Could you use this to give Drew his moment finally?
Yeah,
he wins this title at Money in the Bank.
When's Money in the Bank?
1st of July.
That's a 3-month title reign. It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not everything needs to be a year, does it?
Yeah, you could put the title on Seth, I suppose, and have the feud over the 3 months. 3-month feud's not horrendous if they're doing branded PLEs.
There's only 2 more pay-per-views before because it's not in June, is it? There's Backlash obviously on Saturday night, isn't it? Saturday, not Sunday. Then you've got Night of Champions, and then the next one is Money in the Bank, and that's it.
I don't be mad at that. Give Seth Rollins because he didn't win the last time he was in one, did he? The Universal title match. He didn't win that one, did he? You know, when it was a new title. So give Seth Rollins the win for that.
I mean, I don't think Finn Balor's been drafted yet, has he?
No,
Judgment Day haven't. I wonder if they'll go together because of his.
I think they will. I think they will. Yeah, she is. And they might end up a Raw.
I don't understand it. I don't understand how some
release the draft pools basically. So some of them you can draft as teams.
Yeah, but why? Some of them in as a team, some of them aren't.
I don't know. They always do this, don't they? But the bloodline was split up, so the Usos were separate. But I reckon that's a storyline thing because Paul Heyman's sick of the Usos, isn't he?
Yeah.
And storyline.
Yeah, they'll get drafted to another brand, and then Paul Heyman, at a live event when they're all there, they'll confront Paul Heyman, and he says the Tribal Chief's sick or something like that. That's why.
Yeah, and they just lost again, didn't they?
Yeah. Sami Zayn hasn't been drafted yet, has he? Kevin Owens hasn't been drafted.
No, but again, what happens with them because their titles? They've technically got 2 both bands titles.
Are we going
to create new tag team championships as well?
They're going to have to. They apparently Pretty Deadly are due to be coming up as well as part of the next pool.
Yeah,
are they still NXT tag team champions?
Yeah.
We'll have to just wait and see, won't we?
It's chaos, but they always do this, don't they? There's always
it seems like the draft always seems like there's absolutely zero thought in what's going on.
But yeah, if you're going to do it, just do it properly this time. Exclusive everything, in my opinion.
Yeah, we will jump to then on the draft. AEW Collision, because we may be getting an AEW draft.
Mm-hmm.
Another major debut or return set for AEW Collision.
Yeah, alongside CM Punk.
I'm trying to think who's been out for a while. Daniel Bryan, potentially?
He's been on telly for weeks.
He's been on telly.
Was it? I thought he left. Yeah. Didn't he leave? Did he leave and come straight back?
Wrestling journalism at its finest.
He left.
Is it a major feud with the Elite?
Oh, it's not major, is it?
It's in the concept of AEW.
Right. Well, maybe not him then.
Right.
Who is he then? Who's come back?
Christian Cage has been out injured, hasn't he?
Oh, he can't do that to him again. Getting a major star and doing it again.
Well, if it's a debut, it's Goldberg, isn't it?
100%. It's no one else, is there?
Yeah.
Unless do you think they'll get one of the top Japanese stars?
Yeah, but who would be interested in that?
Yeah, but they would be.
Because they're going to be on TV anyway there soon, because Forbidden Doors in June, isn't it?
I know, but next, if Okada was AEW exclusive or Tanahashi was AEW exclusive.
Yeah.
I still think they would.
I don't know. Do we? Is that
I think
a possibility?
I think AEW would want it. I just don't think the Japanese stars would want to.
Kota Ibushi's always linked to coming over here, isn't he?
Yeah, Kota Ibushi would be because he's not in New Japan, so it could be him.
Would that count? Would we say that was a big? Well, I guess it would be to AEW fans.
It would be in a sense of in the context of AEW. Yeah, but
I can't think of anybody else.
No, I think the Goldbergs don't have a big splash.
Yeah.
I'll say Miro could come back, but again,
that's not very big. No one cares about him.
Yeah, if you're an AEW fan, you might do, but I don't know. It's weird because even Dave Meltzer is a big fanboy, and he's just basically saying AEW just kind of number 2 now. Just to kind of live with it. sort of thing. Like they're not going to be.
Yeah, they're never going to get up to
WWE is
WWE
so hot at
standard.
the moment that it ain't going to be.
That's what killed TNA when they decided to go head to head on Monday night.
Yeah,
Why?
it's got to accept the
just
number
accept
2,
where
and
you
that's
are.
fine.
You're doing all right. You're here. That's good. Not everything has to be awards, is it? You're not gonna. It's like me having a burger van and saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna make a better Big Mac." Do you know what I mean? I ain't gonna win.
Yeah,
I
you could make a better one. You just won't sell as many.
No. And if I could, I wouldn't be able to cope, and I'd end up collapsing.
On the subject of McDonald's, anyone had the steakhouse new one? Oh, my God.
Yes, I enjoyed it. However, they put too much sauce on it.
I liked the sauce.
I enjoyed the
Peppercorn
sauce. I think they just put too much on it, and when I ate it, it went all over my leg.
Yeah, no, we all know that.
No.
Yeah,
To be fair, the morons, they're not winning any awards. The fellas that work in McDonald's near me, you know what I mean? they really are the best.
You don't make any friends who
they really are the best of the best.
who work as a McDonald's.
It's probably them rather than the steakhouse. But I would have another one.
I had my second one today.
Because I got.
So what is it? What is it? Just a thicker burger?
Two burgers, a bit of salad. But it's peppercorn sauce in the burger.
Okay, like steak. Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, lovely.
It is nice because I had a chicken Big Mac, and I regretted it straight away. I thought I should have got the smokehouse, the steakhouse thing.
That's the chicken Big Mac no good. I thought that'd be
Yeah, no, I'd rather have a regular Big Mac.
Yeah, I do like a chicken burger.
Yeah, I do. And the biggest travesty in McDonald's is they've got rid of the chicken legend. That needs to come back because the McSpicy is just not the same.
No, it's not. It's not as good.
No, hot and spicy chicken legend was my go-to McDonald's all the time.
We could get Tween and Russ.
I don't have enough power.
You do. Everyone thought that. The world would be a dangerous place, Russ. You gotta believe. Power of the people.
Right, we'll go back to wrestling because you're just making me hungry.
Oh yeah, no banner. Yeah, I was just starting to add stuff to my Tesco shop. That's
get Deliveroo.
The story tonight.
We'll stick with AEW, so there may potentially be another major debut or return. Well, Roderick Strong went, didn't he? To absolutely zero fanfare.
Well, it's because somebody looked like bloody Sean Ross Sapp was coming out, didn't he, on the Titantron?
Yeah.
Which had the big RS. Did you see that pop that he got?
Yeah.
Hilarious. Absolutely zero reaction. But I don't know what he was doing. Fair play to him. But yeah, it's just a weird logo on it at the bottom.
Another boring move to just try and get back to being, what would they call it? Undisputed Era.
Well, that's what they're doing. They're obviously going to do Undisputed Era versus someone, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know who they're feuding with now. Who's the saving him from now? Is it House of Black?
Jericho Appreciation.
Jericho, guys. Of course it is. Yeah, Jericho's going to get involved now.
Well, speaking of Jericho, he's going to be CM Punk's first feud.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he worked his way into it.
He's put aside the beef that he didn't have with him to now.
To then make beef, to then create the feud, yeah.
It's one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. He knows business, doesn't he?
He's a massive politician, yeah.
He left WWE because he didn't like the backstage politics, but he's just politics himself into a feud with the biggest returning star. Speaking of AEW, though, contracts expiring at the end of the year include MJF, Young Bucks, Omega, and Hangman Page. Do we realistically think any of them will actually leave?
MJF potentially.
Oh, I keep thinking this, but I think he'll resign. I think it's just literally a work.
Yeah, it probably is a work. I think he will negotiate with WWE just to negotiate even bigger deal with AEW.
Yeah, like with the FTR.
Hangman and Page.
Create a podcast and slag everyone off.
Yeah.
Hangman and Page, I don't give two shits about because he's not even good.
He's NXT.
Don't get the
if he goes to WWE.
Do not get the hype around him. He's shit on the mic and he's boring in the ring.
Yeah.
I think the Elite will negotiate with WWE just to negotiate an even bigger deal with AEW.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing them in WWE. I think we've had this discussion numerous times of they're getting on. You know, they've probably got a few more years left. are they going to regret it if they don't ever go?
It would just be a boring re-sign, wouldn't it?
I think that's the thing, because it's like AEW has solidified itself as number 2 now, but I think we're also in a position where I don't think AEW is going to be number 1
ever
at any point, really. And I think the beginning of AEW seemed more exciting, but also in that period, we didn't actually have a proper WrestleMania for the first 3 years of AEW because of the pandemic.
Mm.
And I think that's when people started to notice the difference. Like WrestleMania last year, that was kind of when WWE just kind of got ahead slightly and just kind of stayed that way, really. And then there was all the excitement around the CM Punk. That was even before, wasn't it? God, it was ages ago, wasn't it? Yeah. That was before.
WrestleMania last year was Cody returning.
Yeah, and Adam Cole and Sam moving across. That had already happened at that point, hadn't it? Yeah. So, but I think that's kind of when it changed to like, oh, you can't do this anywhere else, really.
But they must have thought
they're going to do big stadium shows because obviously the Wembley show looks like it'll do well, but it's not.
It's not the same, is it?
Yeah.
I am interested to see the production values because Cody Rhodes' entrance at that WrestleMania and subsequent WrestleMania is on another level to whatever he got in AEW. But I wonder if they're now looking and thinking, oh, Cody Rhodes going across. He was Mr. AEW.
I really hope that they do.
He's at the main event at WrestleMania. If he wasn't injured, he'd have been involved in all sorts of feuds. He's won the Royal Rumble. He's had a feud with Seth Rollins. He had a Hell in a Cell as his third match, didn't he?
I think a lot of it though. They've got to see how it goes. They've got to see how it goes with CM Punk in AEW. Because that could be a big thing. If he's kicking off and Tony's pandering to him and he's just doing his own thing, that's going to piss him off. But also, they've got to see how it goes with Vince in WWE.
Yeah.
That's the other thing as well. Because if Vince is sniffing around, you wouldn't feel as secure. If you're like an indie wrestler, well, that's what you were known for. Like, obviously, AJ Styles got through, but there are a few where Vince just might not get it.
Yeah, but
they're on it different, aren't they? I mean, I think Omega he'd walk in straight into main event.
Yeah, Kenny Omega, I think. But like, if you're like Hangman Page or the Young Bucks,
Page won't. Page would go to NXT.
But he'd be more valuable if he was part of the Elite and they all saw him went across.
Yeah, the Young Bucks would go across and have some banging feuds, I think. But the Usos,
I
mean, that's a feud in itself.
But again, that's a better feud under Triple H's direction than it is Vince, isn't it?
Yeah, anything is though these days, isn't it?
Yeah. But I think that's what. That'll be a factor. Where's Vincent?
I think if MJF was to go across his mid card, I think if Hangman Page goes across his NXT, the Elite, it's a 6-month storyline at least, isn't it, with the Bloodline?
I personally think Vince will not be there next year. I think he's going to get slowly shifted out. We won't comment on it, but there's all the other sort of allegations that have been made against Vince. He's getting sued currently, and I think he went for the merger to keep people who don't understand wrestling happy because he's a name, and he'll get slowly shifted out because he's got too much bad press. And he's not the boss now, is he? He ain't the man anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Somebody's above him now. And the work that Endeavour have put in over the last 15 years, they are not going to let one crazy senile old man undo it all, are they? They've just spent God knows how much money on this merger. They're not going to keep him there just because that's how it's always been. The world's moving on, and Vince hasn't moved with it, has he?
Yeah.
I can't see him being there that much longer after that.
Yeah, Dana White's still there, isn't
he? Yeah, but the allegations haven't been as bad as.
I
don't know.
He's on video slapping his wife, wasn't he? And they just let him stay because he was just like, "Oh, it's not my department. I'm not the MMA guy." So
yeah,
I don't know. Interesting. I think the only thing that would push Vince out would ultimately be financial.
What's Dana White's deal with Endeavour like though? Is it the same sort of thing?
Yeah, well, he's in Nick Khan's level, isn't he?
Right.
In the new org chart. He's president of the UFC. Nick Khan's president of WWE.
Yeah, but you don't know what the contract was before. You know what I mean? He might have something else, but I personally just don't see Vince staying there that long.
No. But I think it's just something, if you're a wrestler going across there, you got to keep an eye on it.
Yeah. Well, watch this space. But it seems like Triple H still has the most power, doesn't it? Right then, we will carry on with people who are soon to be free agents, and Mercedes Moan is going to be a free agent. I know where she needs to go back to wrestling school to get a new finisher.
Uh,
Or just get one she can do.
There we go.
That'd work, wouldn't it?
Back to NXT. She can learn how to wrestle.
Where's Terry? Terry?
I don't know if it's because I'm in the algorithm on Twitter, but I have been seeing a lot more people say, "Oh, she's really not as good as as we thought she was." Come on, I mean, if she goes back, as much as I don't agree with it, she's going to go into a top feud if she goes back to WWE. Will she? I don't know.
I think she's more likely to go to AEW.
Yeah. I think that's why. I don't think she's going to go back. WWE don't need her.
It's gonna be a big deal in either, isn't it? I know you don't like it, but you can't say it's not going to be a big deal ever on the WWE women's roster. That women's division is not very good.
It will, but if she'll go to AEW and it'll be big fanfare, and then look at Tony Storm, look at Paige or Saraya.
Yeah,
nobody cares.
Yeah, because they're being booked horribly.
Yeah, so I mean, I think she'll go and she'll be booked horrendously.
It would be a big splash, wouldn't it? I think Sasha's got more insane fans than you think.
Oh, it will be a big splash for a month.
Yeah.
And then she signed a 3-year contract. Nobody cares.
And it'll just peter out into nothingness. So, yeah.
I think it's the same if she goes back to WWE, though. I think you get the initial big splash, and I think she will just peter out.
Oh, I don't think she'll make a ratings thing on the ratings bump on the. She'll be on the AEW side, I think, but not AEW.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're all watching it anyway.
Yeah, it would follow her. It would follow all the other AEW announcements. Yeah. They get it for that week, the spike, and then they slowly go back down to where they was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if she goes back to WWE, she's not in the. I know. I don't think she's in the top 10 wrestling quality, but she's not even in the top 5 stars these days, I think.
Oh, no, she is. Especially when she's returning. You got that momentum.
Yeah, but for a month. But then Rhea Ripley, I think, is bigger than her. Yeah. Becky Lynch is bigger than her.
Oh, Becky Lynch is. Yeah, I get that.
I don't think they'll push her over Bianca Belair.
Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair is. Ronda's not. Yeah. She should be. She's not. I don't know what they've done with her. I need to start again.
Bayley, I think Bayley gets a lot of love, but I think Bayley has more power than we think.
No, I think she comfortably goes in at a main event level. Wherever she goes.
Well, if she goes to WWE, they'll create a belt just for her in the mid card. That's where she belongs. Dog shit.
God's sake. No, she be main event star.
Speaking of other people who she maybe should have not listened to Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Trinity Fatu was debuted at Impact to absolutely zero fanfare whatsoever. They announced her. I don't think they got a ratings boost, did they, at all?
No, because even if you wanted to watch Impact, you wouldn't know how to, would you? Like, what channels? No one knows.
But they've announced her. Talk about, she would have been in the bloodline.
Yeah.
She would have been going against Rhea Ripley. She would have been going against Mia Yim. She would have been involved in decent feuds. She's listened to Sasha Banks. She's now Trinity Fatu. Who the hell cares? Talk about making a bad business decision.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you bet on yourself, it works out. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, but she should have known. I don't know who the hell she thought she was.
Maybe
we all said this was going to happen.
Yeah, we did, but maybe she'll have a running Impact and then she'll come back to WWE, you know.
Yeah, I really about saving face more than anything else at this point.
Had to just sign out and beg WWE.
Because the thing is, like, I can't imagine, just based on their hiring patterns and how many people they hire and how much they want to get one over WWE, I can't imagine AEW didn't try. I'm not having that. I just don't believe for a second that she was there as a free agent, controversially walked out of WWE, and AEW didn't even make an attempt. I think it's weird that neither of them have gone to AEW. Because you would only do that if you were keeping your options up to go to WWE, surely. Because otherwise, AEW is the second best bet, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they were just asking too much in terms of salary.
Yeah.
It comes down to that.
But surely Impact can't be paying more than what AEW would.
No, but I think she might have bent the bridge.
Yeah.
It's AEW, I want this much money. AEW might have said to her, you're not worth anything without Sasha Banks.
Well, I think that's kind of what's happened.
Sasha Banks has said, I don't know what she said, but this is what I'm thinking. She's going, I want to go to Japan. Fair enough. You've gone to a different country, you're doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get that. You don't want to stay in America or whatever. She obviously wants to stay. She's married to Jimmy. She's married to Jimmy. Or is it Jay?
think it's Jay. One of them.
Jay.
Well, one of the Usos. So you can see why she probably wouldn't want to go to Japan full time. And she's now realised that she's there for a girl. And she's now an Impact.
Yeah, it's not really worked out, has it? But yeah, good luck to her. Some good people in Impact. I'm sure she'll have a more critically acclaimed career than she would have had in WWE. But
I think she'll have a better run than what she would in AEW. They seem to treat the women better in Impact.
Yeah. I wonder what a contract is. Maybe it's a length for contracting. Maybe she's just said, right, I just need to do this for 6 months instead of signing a 3-year deal with AEW. You're locked in forever.
Yeah.
WWE might have said, we're not having you now because we're going through the merger. We might have you back.
Yeah.
Who knows? Right then, speaking of Impact, then we've mentioned it earlier. Lou mentioned it. CM Punk has been backstage at WWE and Impact. WWE, he was told to go by Vince McMahon. He met with The Miz, of all people, and Triple H. People are saying this is because Vince doesn't like him or the history, but I'm fairly sure Vince probably doesn't want another contracted star there because Tony Khan obviously would probably sue. I'm assuming is the feeling behind that.
Well, if
he doesn't want to be alleged tapping up, I would have thought.
I think it's more that they don't want AEW marketing off the back of WWE.
Yeah.
Because they've had Ricky Starks has been backstage. Cody's had all his mates back there, and there's been minor controversy over it, but nothing major. So I think it's more, one, he probably doesn't like CM Punk. But two, I think he's probably thinking, you're not fucking promoting your return on my show. CM Punk turned up to get attention. That's the only...
I got very strong Enzo Amore vibes from this. When he turned up in the front row, whatever pay-per-view it was.
I mean, he wasn't,
yeah,
he wasn't hiding in the... He wasn't hiding in the parking lot, was he?
No, but
the fans saw him. So I mean, he obviously wanted to be seen. It wasn't like he was sneaking under a hoodie or anything.
I know, and I get that, but it reeks of desperation to me. This,
yeah, it's just a bit weird, isn't it?
He's just trying to drum up some fucking internet.
Yeah.
I mean, just trying to promote himself essentially.
Yeah.
So he's in the headlines now again, isn't he?
Yeah, we're talking about him, so it's worked, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I think that's all he was. I think that's all he probably wanted out of it, is to get himself on the internet again, get himself on everyone's Twitter feeds, ready for the collision.
Yeah, and as we found out with Trinity Fatouf, didn't work in WWE, you can always go to Impact.
We should did.
Yeah. So come on in. So I mean, he was just taking. I've seen the photo. He took one with Jordan Grace, didn't he? I don't know what he was doing at Impact. I didn't know. It was just a regular show, I think, wasn't it?
They were also in Chicago, and it was
just around. Went there.
Yeah, although apparently he flew to the Raw, which is in Chicago, from Tampa with all the wrestlers in WWE. So I don't know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with him. We expect him to go back to AEW, but
well, it's the thing because he said now we're talking to him, but.
How long has he got left? Do we know how long he's got left? His contract?
Be a while. He's been injured a while. They had him on like WWE, did they?
Yeah, but he's been suspended. He's suspended now? He's not injured.
He was injured anyway, I think. I think they got lucky with him. They almost got lucky with him being injured. Yeah. Because it meant they didn't really have to suspend him, as it were.
They'll add it on his injury time anyway.
Yeah.
Speaking of injury time, Edge has had 6 months added on.
Yeah. He sort of. I saw it's not on our list, is it? I did see he was sort of saying he's going to slow down. He ain't got long left, has he?
Yeah,
reckons another year.
He said he could do one more year in an elite level, and everyone was, "Oh my god!" We said elite.
He can't retire at bloody Raw like that was rumored. It's a shit way to go out.
Yeah, it was just because last time he was in Toronto, he basically said, "I want to retire." Next time he's in Toronto or something, yeah. But
I don't think he'll go to AEW.
No, because the context of that elite quote, he was talking about, the one who was on Logan Paul's podcast, who was obviously another WWE guy. And then the next sentence he said, yeah, because you got to keep up with guys like Austin Theory. Like, so he's got...
Elite,
he said elite is in like the general sense of the word.
Elite is a word, not AEW.
Yeah.
Elite
and obviously, he's had photos with Christian, but that's because the mates And they're going to the hockey together, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
On that then, how do we think Edge's last run has gone? Since he's come back from that massive pop in 2020 at the Royal Rumble to now. Let's say he does retire next year. We don't know what he's going to do in the next year. How would we say it's gone for him?
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah, I still think there's a lot of dream matches he's not had yet. I think he's almost in the Jericho situation where his feud's going a bit too long.
Well, the one with Judgment Day went on far too long.
Yeah, because he's not got long left. Just we don't care now. Dream matches every month, please.
Almost don't need a story, does it?
Have beef with someone else every different month or something like that. Or even just say that, like, yeah, I've got no left and I want to beat all these guys. I feel like Angle did, but better than that.
What we need to see is an Edge AJ Styles feud where they're both baby faces and they just have a banger match.
Yeah,
just match.
Just about the match. Yeah. I mean, who's left that he hadn't gone with? Who's one of these elite guys, and who are we saying? If we're gonna,
you got Cody, Drew,
Gunther, Nakamura.
Yeah, Gunther. Yeah. Well, obviously he's mentioned that Austin Theory. He probably wants some of those younger guys as well. He's one of those people who wants to put other people over, isn't he? So he'll go out on his back. He'll retire, I think, by losing.
Yeah, he needs to retire at WrestleMania and have a proper send-off. Make him a 2-time Hall of Famer.
We need, because he always wanted it, didn't he? Is it Alter Bridge, the band who plays his? You need them to play him out at WrestleMania. That's what he's always wanted.
Yeah, they either need to do it at WrestleMania or they need to do a premium live event at like Toronto Skydome or something like that.
Like a Clash at the Castle type thing in Canada.
Yeah.
Bring back Canadian Stampede.
Yeah, just call it fucking... No, you can't call it Over the Edge, can you? Because that was...
I was just about to say that.
Like Edge retirement too. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, make it really obvious what it is. Doesn't matter, does it?
Have all the big stuff, yeah. Okay, speaking of people then who haven't ruled out having another match, Stone Cold.
Speaking of big returns. That's a bit longer.
Killing me.
There he is.
Speaking of bald men.
There he is. We're still on the news. He was like, start the venture. You missed a lot.
Have we covered the prolapse of a title yet?
Yeah, but well, unanimously agreed that we like it.
Yeah, it looks like a prolapse with a WWE logo on it.
Funny enough, you're going to look like a prolapse in 2 weeks' time. So.
Good.
Well, less than 2 weeks now.
We all are now. I've seen the accommodation. Fucking hell. I'm scared now.
And it'll be fine. Stop worrying.
The World Heavyweight Championship.
This is getting a bit banterous for me, so let's just finish the news off. Stone Cold said he will have another match. Do we want to see it?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
depends what it is, doesn't it?
If that's another match like he did with Kevin Owens, I'm all for
that. Yeah.
Depends if it's good or not. I know you can't tell until afterwards.
Brilliant. Great insight.
But yeah, no, but it's like you don't want to see like an Undertaker one, but if he feels, he's very clear that he's only doing it if he feels ready. So he must feel ready. So unless something horribly goes wrong, which you don't want to see anyway, it should be a good match, right?
Yeah. Stone Cold.
Depends who he's against is the big thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Edge. I don't know.
Stone Cold Edge. Did they have a match? They must have had a match. Stone Cold and Edge.
Yeah, they must have back in. They wouldn't have had a big feud, would they? But they must have done back in the day. Cena. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, Stone Cold Cena. Let's see that. That's never been a match, has it?
No.
They just missed each other, didn't they?
Oh, Stone Cold Lesnar, yeah. Lesnar will kill him.
Lesnar will kill him.
Yeah. Be a challenge for Brock, though, wouldn't it? Like, do have a match without a German suplex.
Yeah.
Be good, wouldn't it?
Because Brock can wrestle. He's a brilliant wrestler.
Stone Cold was against, with mystery opponent, was against Kurt Angle, Edge and Christian in 2001, so they've kind of had a match.
Yeah.
And they were on the same team as well. In another one.
That's been the news, unless we've missed anything.
Yes,
I think we have.
Turned up, got all the good stuff in.
It turned up, offered valuable insight.
Don't blame me, blame McDonald's. But we'll get there.
We've already had a slagging off of McDonald's.
Yeah, can't do that twice in 1 week.
Who else has slagged it off?
No, we just had a McDonald's discussion.
Ross got too much sauce.
Yeah, I did get too much sauce, went on my leg.
Well, ran out on it. Somebody went, can I have the salsa or ketchup? No, we ain't got any. What? How have they run out of sauce? It's fucking McDonald's.
Yeah. I went to KFC once and they ran out of chicken.
That is true.
It's true.
People had to good stuff.
Bringing the police, weren't they? I'll save it for Wednesday. I'll save the story for Wednesday.
Right then, that's been the news. We haven't got anything else. You haven't managed to get a scoop, have you? In
Let's
the
have a
last
look.
5 minutes.
Scoop. Scoops. No.
No, yeah, excellent.
Brilliant.
So finishing as we started. Scoop L. You haven't had a scoop for about 3 months.
I scooped today.
You're just going to be L these days. It's not scoop because we already knew about it.
Scoop.
Right, Terry Peters, thanks for your 2 minutes.
Welcome. It was great 2 minutes. Glad I
Aaron,
offered
thanks for
insight.
joining us.
Thank you.
Scoop L, thanks for a guest being here.
Scoop L, yes.
And get ready for listening and join us on Wednesday for another episode of Wrestling Around.